What it do, is your boy Frozen Fades, and I'm here today to show y'all a step-by-step mid-fade and beard tutorial. This right here will be the first of many barber tutorials. I just wanted to step out my comfort zone and record something new for y'all and something new for myself. Right here I am sectioning my client's hair. What I like to do first is cut the hair with scissors so I know what I am cutting. Honestly, I would have a lot more clips of me cutting hair and going into full detail, but today I am just focusing on the fade itself. Right here I'm styling my client's hair. I want to get it into the shape, into the style of his choice, which is a slick back mullet. Here I'm blow drying my client's hair just to get it to the style in which we are looking for. I do have a special comb. I have no idea what it's called, but it does help with slick backs and, you know, mullets that do need to be styled. So we're starting the fade. I start with the lever closed just so it's easier to take out the first guideline. Then I'm gonna open up the lever and create my first guideline. I go about a ½ inch up. I slap on the one guard and I go about a finger's width up. Make sure to really scoop just so I don't create no harsh guidelines, so it's easier to get them out later. I put on my 1½ guard, same thing, I go up and all these are open. I don't have them closed just so it's easier to fade and knock out that guideline. Then we're gonna go ahead and slap on the 2 guard, same thing, go up about a finger's width and really flick out into the bulk. I don't want to create a undercut, so the flick out motion definitely helps. And then I slap on my 3 guard. That is the highest guard that I do use for this haircut. I normally don't go higher than a 3 guard, maybe a 4, but anything higher than that I do use clipper over comb or thinning shears. Here I'm gonna begin my fading process. I do like to fade up. I have my lever at a 3/4 position and I throw on my 0.5 guard. Right now you see me using my corners and attacking in between the lever open and the 1. Still with my lever 3/4 closed, I slap on my 1 guard. I do the exact same thing using my corners just to get any of the dark spots that are in the fade. Soften it up just a little bit. Right here I turn over my trimmer and I go ahead and create a guideline. I go right underneath my first guideline, but I do leave a little bit of stubble as you see, and then I flip it around and clean up the rest just so I can come back with the electric shaver. I do like to shave up to the stubble as shown right here. I go ahead and flip over my trimmer and attack that stubble line, and to soften it up I go ahead and flip my trimmer the other way around. Right here I do a 3-step fade process. You're gonna see me with my lever closed and I'm just going to attack that bottom line. Next we're going to put our lever into a half position and go up the fade just a little bit. Once we are done with that, we go ahead and open up the lever and we attack that line with the corners. And then just to go back and detail our fade, we throw on the 0.5 guard with the lever 3/4 open and go ahead and attack it using our corners only. The reason why I like to use my corners is because it helps me really detect where those dark spots are. My number 3 guard, just to get rid of some of that bulk. Later on I will come and do clipper over comb. Right here I grab my cocoa trimmers, and as you've seen I pointed at the line that I do want to attack to create a C cup, or as some people do call it, the arches. I like to look at where the beard grows into the sideburn just so it all connects perfectly together. Right here I'm going ahead and lining up around the ear. This just helps me. Right here I am lining up behind the ear. I do like to complete one side of the fade and then I turn him around and complete the other side. I did clipper over comb behind the ear just so I can come back and have a crisp line lining him up. I do have my sabers and I just clean up around the ear. They're hitters, but they don't scratch or they don't nick or cut. So those are a lot better to use on areas that are sensitive. We're doing the beard. Same steps as before. I have my lever open and then I close it all the way. And then I'll go ahead and open it halfway, soften up that line. Right here I'm throwing on my one guard and I'm going about a finger's width down, fading, flipping out, just so we can get a nice crispy beard. This right here is my 0.5 guard. I do have it halfway closed. Then I'll fully open it just to get that guideline out, just to fade it. The highest guard that we do use on the beard will be a 2 guard. I don't like to dig into the beard with the 2 guard. I like to glide it over just so it fades really nicely. Right here, I am using my sabers to line up the back of the beard. Like I said, I use these clippers on sensitive areas, plus they're hitters too, so no need to zero gap. They come hitters already. It's just safer on the skin and your clients will appreciate you not leaving them with nicks or bumps or scratches. Next, I go ahead and throw on some shave gel. I do like to use the clear one because it does allow me to see what I'm cutting into. Like I talked about earlier, I like to follow the arches all the way down to the beard line just so I can have the beard looking extra crispy and it just flows all together. Right now I have my thumb on his cheek, stretching the skin so I don't nick him, and also getting that beard line extra crispy. I do like to wipe off the residue, that ash line, because I'll go over it 2 or 3 more times just to get that perfect, sharp, crisp beard line. Same thing, I go ahead and apply some shave gel onto the mustache area. I don't want to nick my client and I don't want to cut him. This allows the hair to soften up and it really helps with a clean shave. I'll go ahead and grab my sabers and line up the top of the lip. And here I have my 2 guard. It really depends on each client what you knock the hairline down with. As you can tell, my client's corners aren't really that strong, so I do like to hit it with a 2 guard closed. Normally I do a 1.5, but for him a 2 guard closed. Alright guys, like you saw on this side, we completed the fade. We're going to continue the fade on the other side. I'm just going to speed up the process just a little bit so we can get to the end result.
I've never had no one serve my beer like this before.
Bro, do not. And that's it for this mid-taper tutorial. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And what you gotta say?
Subscribe, bro.
That's it?
I'm a All
All right, you heard him. Subscribe. Peace.